Yo, what's going on, guys? Savage here. Today we're giving you guys another solo breakdown. Solos is the most popular on our channel, so I'm going to try to hit it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Guys, thank you for all the comments we've been getting on the channel recently. Thank you for all the support. We are on track towards 50,000 subscribers, and let's try to hit that goal by the end of next month. So if you haven't already, guys, subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today. Also, leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 600 likes, and follow me over on Twitch and join our Discord. The link to both of those will be in the description below. Out of all the breakdown videos that I've done, solos is the one that's lacking the most. For some reason, solo players, they just freeze up. You guys want to be a better duos, trios, or quad player, you're gonna have to get a little bit better at solos. That way, if you're playing a team-based game and should your team die and you're put into a 1v2 or 1v3 situation, you can at least handle your own. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, just won my gulag, and this is kind of how I do these analyzation videos and get spectating. I'm going for the bullseye right now and nailed it. I love it. All right, here we are spectating Kelly, who looks to be in the middle of a fight. What better way to start a spectating video? He's getting shot by somebody at plane. Now, be careful when you're in a 1v1 fight like this, hopping on the bed of a truck and kind of peeking. Even though you are technically head glitching, and we'll cover that term in a second, but even though you are technically head glitching, your head's very vulnerable. He's got the higher ground, so he's gonna be able to see your entire skull. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the terms, a lot of people in the comments have been asking, Savage, what does this mean? What does that mean? Head glitching is exactly this. You can see what's in front of you. If he aims the crosshair a little bit higher, he'll be able to shoot over the vehicle. However, on the enemy screen, all he's gonna see is this, right? All he's gonna see is the tip of your forehead. And that's what head glitching is. But guys, if you want to get better at gunfights, especially 1v1s, head glitching is a great tactic to use. However, because that guy does have the higher ground, because that guy does have a nice plane he could work both sides of, he can get up on top of a plane and shoot down, I really wouldn't put myself in this position. This position right here can get him killed, not just on a 1v1, but you're in Boneyard. Boneyard is a very hot area no matter what game mode you're playing. So you got to be very aware of enemies around you, especially when you're having this long fight. Now, he's leaving hard cover. He's leaving hard cover with only half a plate, or a little bit above half a plate. Not really a good decision, especially with the striker. I do agree with the fact that he pushed closer because he had a striker. Your range fighting is basically useless with that. So you want to get close to the enemy, but pushing directly towards him was not the play. You could have backed off that fight and gone up to the right or the left and kind of get a flank on him. But again, running straight at him when you're outpositioned, outgunned, and outplated, it's just not a good choice. All right, here we are spectating Eureka. I am using streamer mode so that we cannot see everyone's exact names. The last thing I want to do is, start calling people out on making bad plays and things like that. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and we live in a very sensitive time. So we're going to go ahead and use streamer mode and not actually see what the real name is. Regardless, we have $7,200. We got a buy station to our east-ish, right to his right. All he's got to do is just go the opposite way he's going now. And he can start buying some things, or loot those buildings to get the extra $2,800 he needs, and then buy a loadout. Now everyone's like, Savage, how do I increase my kills? Look, if you want to increase your kills, get your loadout as fast as possible and push everyone you see. Granted, don't just push straight up to them. Play a little smarter. Start playing the terrain. Start playing the buildings. All right, so on the mini map, we have a vehicle coming up. It looks like it may be going to the buy station. It is. And this position, I'd probably bait it. I'd make the kill as easiest as possible. I would just wait for him to hop out the vehicle, and then when he's buying, shoot him in the head. That would be the best for me. Now he's coming back. You definitely want to take your shots. I'm not going to hit him too much. You definitely need to work on your accuracy. But the SCAR does have a lot of kick, especially when it's a ground looted SCAR. Now, you got to be aware of everyone you're fighting. This guy has a trophy system on his car, so he's not brand new to the game. He still might not be the best, but he has some idea of what's going on in the world. So when you're challenging this guy at range, make sure you can win your fight. Again, you have a SCAR you really haven't been able to hit much with. I probably wouldn't pick this fight if I were you. The good thing about it, he's got an AC unit he can mount on. If you want to get more accurate shots, you need to start mounting in fights. He's peeking the left side right there. It's an easy shot. Again, if he would be mounted, he could have this kill already. All right, here he is leaving his cover, putting himself in and out of position. Oh my God, somehow he got it. Wow. And maybe he didn't have that much idea of what's going on. The enemy pushed up the stairs like that was extremely ballsy. Extremely ballsy. And then a whole random person ended up swiping the vehicle and dipping off. Well, there you have it. All right, we've got $8,300. Again, there's 80 players left. The longer it takes for you to get your loadout, the less amount of kills you're gonna get, because you're not gonna want to fight the entire server with the Scar or the Striker. You're not gonna want that. You're gonna want to go ahead and get your loadout fast so you can start hunting down people when there's 120 people, 130 people in the lobby. Don't wait until late game or end game or mid game to get your loadout. That door doesn't open, fam. Loadout is your primary. You do not want to get in a fight with somebody who's got their loadout and you've got a DMR and a Scar. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and assume this is a newer player. He's got $10,000. There's a buy station he's just running away from. The free loadout drops behind him. He's just running away from it. A lot of you guys are new to this game, and that's why I give a lot of basic tips, especially when it comes to early game. Y'all like, Savage, you're telling us things we already know. Not everybody knows these things, believe it or not, as you can see by the guys we're spectating. And again, this is the exact reason why I started the series. I started this series because I see people playing like this, whether they kill me or whether they kill my teammates or whether I just happen to randomly spectate them. I see people play like this and I realize this is more common than you guys think. This is probably the majority of players. All right, so now we're in a position where we really have no idea what the hell is going on. Let's just be honest. He hasn't looked at his map one time. He's playing this game as if it was PUBG. He's playing this game as if it was Blackout, right? He's running around, getting his weapons, getting his ammo, and that's all he's really focused on. He's just hoping to find a better weapon. He doesn't seem like he knows about loadouts. It doesn't seem like he knows about money and buying and things like that. And again, this is why I always try to emphasize what to buy and when to buy it. Now, you are playing solos, and this is not the stimulus mode, so you need to get self-res. You need to get a self-revive going on. That way, if you do get downed, you can revive and not have your game ended, right? Or not have to go to the gulag and come back with a pistol. So speaking of position, so another buy station's passing up, but let's just focus on the flag in front of them. These innings right here, I love doing flags. And when it comes to downtown or promenade or even like titties and hangars and superstore, when it comes to like the center of the map, stadium, when it comes to the center of the map, I want to have my flags up. Because as you guys know, areas like this where the final circle is very, very RNG. It's all about positioning. And it doesn't really necessarily mean the better player who's got the better positioning skills. It's just luck of the draw. You could legitimately have the best strategy. You could legitimately go to the best rotations and do the best rotations. You could be on a 30 kill game. But if you're on one side of the street and the enemy's on another side of the street, and it's a 1v1 or whatever the situation is, and the circle happens to rotate to his side, good luck. There's really no strategy when it comes to that kind of situation. So that's why I always recommend doing flags. I love flags because you can find out all of the circles until the very end. It's just a great thing to have. Now, a lot of people are like, Savage, I don't just want to get the circles and sit in the middle of the circle. You don't have to. Grab a flag objective, do the flag, then grab a bounty, go get some kills, play around a little bit. Then when you're done, go back and get another flag, and then go get a bounty and play around a little bit. You can still drop hella good games when you're doing flag objectives. It's just a cheat code to let you know where the last circles are going to be. Not to mention the money multiplier after doing objective after objective after objective is just too great. And what I mean by money multiplier is when you do an objective, you get X amount of money. But when you do another one, it doubles. You do another one, it quadruples. You do another one, and the reward just keeps getting higher and higher. Again, they put the objectives in this game for a reason. Not just to have something fun you can do. I hate to see it. But also a strategy. All right, so he's not going for buy. He's not going for objectives. He's not really going for anything. Again, guys, I want you all to take the next week, the next 7 days, and play different than you played before. Play different. Don't do this. Don't just slow loot. Don't just go back and forth. I want you to fight, push things, do bounties. Don't worry about getting wins right now. Increase your gunplay, increase your skill, get better at fighting. That way, when you get in game, you can fight your ass off and win the game. So I want everybody to take my word seriously. Start going after bounties. Start going after players. Start looking for fights. Get in a vehicle and drive around so you get shot at. I don't care. Start increasing your gunplay in Warzone and learning how to rotate around buildings and putting yourself in positions. That way, when you die, you can sit back, look at it, be like, how did I die? What did I do wrong? And then you can analyze it for yourself and learn from that. All right, but he died. That right there was just not being aware. He didn't even look to the left when he ran out in the open and got shot. All right, but your boy, Timnack, He goes ahead and gets a UAV. He's got $10,000. Remember, buy self-res. Guys, buy it. You got the money, use it, man. There's a player coming right to him. You can see it on the mini map. And he just got sniped in the effing head. Wow. Wow. All right, now we're in a position. We have $10,000. We don't have a loadout. I didn't notice that the first time, but we don't have our weapons. I would definitely get my weapons 100% factual before I would get UAVs and a self-res. But that, again, that's just my preference. I don't like ground loot. He might. The Synthetic Dream ground looted Bruin is really not that bad of a weapon. So he could do something with it. Now, be careful. He's going to this body to get the loot. Remember, somebody else sniped this guy in the head and killed him. So you may have a player baiting it, or you may have a player coming in with the zone that you may run into. So just be very careful when you loot dead bodies that died in front of you moments ago, because there could be somebody nearby. All right, so you grab the flag objective. Now look, when the circle's moving like this, when the circle's closing in and you're on the edge of it, I wouldn't really recommend grabbing a flag, because it's going to put you in a very awkward position. Remember, when the circle closes in, there's going to be players moving in with it. Players love the edge of the circle. It's a strategy. People like to do it. Just be aware of that. So if you're going to do a flag objective on the edge of the circle, be ready for a fight, especially when it's next to hospital. Be ready for a fight. Now, I'm not 100% against it. Some games I'll go for it too. It's all situational based. This flag in this position with the loot that I have right now, probably wouldn't. Now, the thing to look for when doing flags is you want to look for your vantage points. I would keep my eye on the roof of hospital for sure, or at hospital in general. And make sure that no one's about to snipe you in the head. He got really lucky. No one was on top of hospital, so he's fine. Now, he could grab this flag objective, but if you grab a flag objective again on the edge, there's a chance that it's going to launch that flag objective on the edge, and you've got 30 seconds. So the chance of doing one on the edge is very slim. There are plenty of objectives you can do downtown, but again, that's just preference. That's just personal choice. All right, one thing I will do is if I have a kill streak and I don't want anyone else picking it up, I mean, this position right here, there's probably nobody coming in to get this kill streak, but I don't want anyone else to have that. So I'll just use mine real quick and then pick up the other one and save it. That way, no Joe Blow can come through here and end up killing me with the kill streak that I left behind. Oh yeah, there's a bag right there. All right, when it comes to crossing the ravine he's about to have to cross, you want to try to keep your body near the bridge. That way, if you get shot at, you can just duck under the bridge and come up the other side. And be careful of the building to his right on the other side of the bridge that has the buy station, because that's a pretty popular rooftop. And if he goes there to buy, he could get shot in the head. Granted, he does have a cluster strike, so if he does get shot, he can put pressure on anybody that's on a rooftop. That's a good thing about cluster strikes. If you're in an ending, especially like in a downtown area like this, and people are sniping at you from the top, just throw a cluster strike on them to get yourself safe. Don't worry about getting the kill on them. Just confuse them, distract them, scare them, and get safe. When it comes to precision strikes and cluster strikes, I usually utilize those things more for positioning than I do for kills. And what I mean by saying that is I'll usually hold on to it until there comes a time where I need to move out to get safe, and I know I'm in a spot where I'm being gate kept and I'm screwed. So then I'll use my streaks to actually put pressure on the enemy, to hide, to plate up, whatever the case may be, so that I can move to safety. Now, when you're on a roof, you always want to clear the roofs. Also, there's a dead body up here, so be aware that there's probably a sniper. Do not stand still. There's a dead body here. There's a guy on his right. He's not even noticing it. He's not even looking. There's a guy over here behind my webcam. There's a guy behind my webcam on the roof. Right. Come on, keep looking. Nope, nope. Up. Right. Timnack. What are you marking? No, it's your right, bro. Somebody killed the guy you just looted. Look. Okay. So now the guy on the rooftop to his right is probably going to hear the parachute and probably going to shoot Timnack in the head. I'll be absolutely surprised if he doesn't. Now, the roof still is safe. Now, that roof still is kind of safe. It's got a little sliver on it. And when you're downtown too, the thing you want to do is not this. You don't want to sit on the ledge like this. You don't want to be the little fiddler on the roof and get shot in the head. Keep yourself out of visual, because right now you're just out here dancing on the rooftop and like, hey, someone shoot at me. I'm really surprised you're not getting shot at, to be honest. Look at all of those crates, boys. Oh, that's going to be fun. He sees the loadout drop. This is the second one he's seen. Hopefully he doesn't pass this one up either. I still think there's a guy on top of the rooftop over there. Guys, when you're scanning areas like this, get off the ledge. He could just jump off the ledge and still scan, but have that ledge protecting him from oncoming bullets. Instead, he's just ballsy. Again, we got 10 grand. There's a buy station right there. Utilize your money. You obviously don't care about getting shot, so just go for it. All right, so the circle's now closing in, and there's a guy right in front of you. Shoot. Oh, my God. That's just awareness. As he was going to the bus, you saw him in there. I thought he was going to go kill him, but he didn't ADS. He just stared at him and got absolutely destroyed. Now, here we are. Spectating Hambursumian. What the hell, Activision? What kind of names are these? I'm going to call him Hamburger. We're spectating Hamburger, and he's got $25,000, but he has his loadout. He's got a foul with a VLK. I will say, I'm not a huge fan of this foregrip. If you're rocking a VLK on your ranged weapon, it's not meant for close range. It's not. So I would use the Commando. It's long range. Commando foregrip helps with your horizontal recoil. It's easier to control your vertical recoil than it is to control your horizontal. So at range, that's what I want. Now, on your SMGs and stuff like that, you can go Ranger, you can go Merc. That's what I like to do. But leave your ranged weapons for Commando foregrip. Again, I know this is a huge divide of an opinion, but people can be like, Savage, but so-and-so's video says hidden stat, blah, blah, blah. The hidden stat's useless, dude. If you're trying to shoot a foul at range and you're getting sideways recoil, good luck. Now, when I say range, I'm talking like 300-400 meters out. Like, that's what a range gun should be. And you should have a weapon that can put some damage on an enemy at that range in case you get into a fight. See, he's using this as a close range weapon right now. If you have a foul with a close range with a Merc on it, that's fine. Take the VLK off of it. The VLK tells me this is a ranged weapon. You don't need a VLK for a close range fight. In fact, if you get in a close face-to-face fight and you go to zoom in on them, you go to ADS, you're not gonna be able to see them or track them fast enough because you have so much zoom. So close range weapons, remove your scopes. Long range weapons, Commander foregrip. I don't know what his secondary is. This may be his close range build. I don't know. I'm assuming it's his long range again because of the VLK. All right, in this position, where would you go Savage? We've got to get safe, and we've got a lot of buildings and a lot of vehicles notifying me there's players here, right? 6 enemies left. Now, this circle right here is a little, it's a little risky no matter which way you go. If you go right, you run the risk of running into multiple people because there's multiple buildings. There's 6 enemies left. I would assume 3 or 4 in this area somewhere, or will be collapsing on this area. Now, everything on the southeast of this circle is in a ravine. So there may be one guy down there, but that's the position you don't want. So basically the position you want is going to be this small sliver. This is where you want to be. That's where everyone else is going to want to be. You go left, you have a lot of cover from police station and the fences behind it and the little trailer with the AC units. There's a lot of cover that you can get there safely. However, all you're going to have is a little sliver of building as protection. If you go right, you run the risk of fighting multiple people. Now, if you're confident with your gunplay and you want to get a lot of kills, this is the route to go. Going right will get you more kills. It'll be intense. It'll be a lot of fights. It runs a huge risk as well. But because the majority of the circle's over here and probably most of the kills are going to be over here, I would rotate right. All right, we already got someone right there fighting. He marks it. I love that. Good shit, Hamburger boy. All right, so if we look at the minimap again, we've got a red dot over by the ravine fighting somebody. So I would assume there's 2 people over there, or at least there was if one of these guys killed off. So that accounts for 3 enemies. We have no idea where they're at. Now, we'll tell you, if we would have gone left and you would have gone through the police station route, you could have bought an advanced UAV, some extra plates, more streaks, spam the streaks everywhere. You could have done something useful. Again, you have $27,000. Every game is situational based. If he had no money, I wouldn't even think about going to the buy station. But because he's got $27,000, it wouldn't have been a bad idea. All right, so now I have a position where there's one place left that's safe. The vantage point, look at the mini map. The best spot to be, in my opinion, if you cleared out this entire area, would be between these 2 buildings. If you get shot at from any direction that's safe, you could just jump back in and be safe. And nobody can get to you from behind once the circle closes in. So basically when this circle closes in and all that's left is this little bitty one, and you have the guy that has this position right here has the best position in the game, assuming they're not on the rooftop, right? Assuming they're not on the rooftop. If there is a guy on the rooftop, he's got the best position in the entire game. He'll probably win the game. This is where you want to go. He's got a gas mask. Honestly, dude, At this point, I would run back into the gas and come around through the courtyard and try to get this position. Even if there was a guy on the roof, he's not going to expect somebody coming through the gas, coming up through courtyard, climbing the ladder, and shooting in the back. That's what I would do, right? That's exactly what I would do. So that's the position you want to have. You want to be where the buildings are. You don't want to be in the ravine. You don't want to be behind the vehicle. You don't want to be anywhere else. So we have 3 enemies left. I would go ahead and assume there's one guy either on the roof or in the courtyard. If you go this direction, if you go left, you run the risk of getting shot from buy station. You can run the risk of getting shot from vehicle. You have this entire ravine in front of you, right? This entire ravine in front of you where someone could just peek up at any moment from any position and shoot you in the head. This is just not the route I would prefer to go. And the reason why I said I would go through the gas instead of the courtyard was because he'd probably be watching this area. If he's on the roof, he'll be watching that in the courtyard and kind of glancing around here. If you come up through the gas, he won't expect it. So you could still go through the courtyard, just get ready for some fights. You come through the gas, you can hit him with surprise and hopefully shit on his face. Now, again, leaving yourself prone is a bad strategy. I would imagine that somebody's inside this building and clear it out. Again, we have no idea what a secondary is. I have no idea what his weapon is. Hopefully an SMG of some sort. If it is, he needs to go in there and clear out the building. He's going to have to move regardless. Why would you wait for the circle to force you inside? Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, he got the down, thankfully. All right, he got the down, but he didn't get the kill. There's still 3 enemies left. This and the guy self-res. He's probably going to come inside, so get ready for that fight. Again, you don't have a close-range weapon. Get away from the C4. Oh, my God. He got the kill. Holy crap, he got the kill. Maybe he's running Ghost, and this is his only one. Now, all right, so the circle rotated to the south. Now, this changes a lot. Now, you have a gas mask, but it's popping fast. You need to run. There the guy is on the roof. You can see it because there is a red dot on the mini-map with an upper arrow above it, meaning the red dot, the enemy, is above you. If the arrow was below the dot, it would mean the enemy is below you. If you didn't know that, you do now. So now it's a 1v1 fight, and the guy on the roof that I told you about 5 minutes ago is going to be the one who's got the better position. Now, the good thing about where we're at right now is homeboy on the roof has no idea you're hugging the gas, and you're basically risking death to get this kill. I don't think he meant for this to happen, but this will work out in his favor because homeboy on the roof's going to jump off right in front of you. It should be an easy kill. He should win the game. Hamburger should win the game, guys. Wow. Now you hear the guy to your right. You want to get the kill before he gets safe. Let's go! My dude Hamburger out here slaying it since 1996. Look, guys, even though the game did work out in his favor, even though he did win the game, there were still other strategies he should have used, should have put in place to win the game more efficiently, more effectively. And again, he put himself in a very dangerous position sitting in the gas for so long, but it happened to work out. Like I say in a lot of my videos, guys, just because you're doing something and it works once or twice doesn't mean it's right. He won the game. Good on him. I'm happy for him, but he could have won the game from other strategies as well. That'll help him when he gets to higher tier SBMM lobbies. But guys, look, I really hope you enjoyed the game. But guys, look, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up on it. Let's get this video to 600 likes, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join the Wolfpack today and follow us over on Twitch and join our Discord server if you guys want to find some other players to play with. This game is a struggle, and I want to help everyone have fun. I struggle with having fun in this game from time to time, and I know how frustrating it can be. Guys, the point of the series is to point out mistakes other people make so that if you guys make the same mistakes, you guys can correct them. So together as a community, together as the Wolfpack, we're all going to learn, we're all going to improve. And with improving at this game, we'll have more fun, because who has fun getting shit on 24/7? Nobody. You got to up your kills, you got to up your aggression. That makes the game a little bit more enjoyable for everybody. Thank you guys again for watching. Working our way to 50,000 subscribers. Y'all have a good one, and good luck in Warzone. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these tips and tricks videos, make sure you check out some of these tips and tricks videos. And as always, subscribe by clicking the button below. Feel free to join me over on Twitch, where we play with viewers pretty regularly, most of the time. And join our Discord if you guys are looking for people to play with. Guys, y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.